so sick of feeling this pain that I feel. I know you're not here, but this just don't seem real. I remember walking down the Hicks and going half on the blunt. What you know about perfect dose? I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know. I'll forever love you, I just had to. And it was all for a purpose. Mama told me go to the service, and daddy wanted me to wear a jersey. Instead I'm writing verses. At least I ain't sneaking in women's purses for a purchase. I remember that night he damn near murked me. I was 15 at the time, now I'm damn near 30. And the Lord was right on time, he was damn near early. I could've took his life, but that man wasn't worth it. And my waves so deep, they damn near curly. You ain't never heard me turn me up, this the moment. Listen, lil' homie, if you don't like this, then you phone it. I ride the beat like I'm sitting on a donkey. He say he want food for throw his ass a biscuit, he hungry. This is my moment, and I'm just trying to take advantage. So much pain from a past, I wish that I could make it vanish. If I could make a wish, it'd be to talk face to face with Granny and ask her for advice on what I need to do to save my family. I'm not afraid to lose my life. Why you take my homie life away? It don't make you a killer cause you got a pistol. I know some real ones that would never see the light of day. It ain't shit sweet, this ain't no motherfucking slice of cake. All this pain in my voice, I know you feel me. My best friend is on death row and that shit kills me. Y'all gon' remember my name. And we need some peace. Every time I see the police, yeah, I feel like this might be the end of me, yeah. Lord, forgive my enemies. Said I'm so sick of feeling this pain that I feel. I know you're not here, but this just don't seem real. I remember walking down the Hicks and going half on the blunt. What you know about perfect dose? I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know. I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Okay, man, shout out to my audience, man. Shout out to those that's rocking with me, man. To my new subscribers, goddamn it, welcome, man. We in the kitchen, we cooking. It's a lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Had to touch on this. I've been saying it for a while. I couldn't just overlook this shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I started to name this video, Maybe We Better Off as Slaves. Yeah, that's what I damn near named it, but I'm going to call it The Black Church Part 2. I got a Part 1. Yeah, this Part 2, I'm going to address the church. But yeah, I almost named it Maybe We Better Off as Slaves. Want to break down a big difference between Martin Luther King and us today as men and women. For one, we scared to die. That's the biggest difference. Martin Luther King wasn't never scared of death. He was a well-educated man. He wasn't a criminal, but he didn't mind going to jail for his people. He was in and out. He went to jail more than me. Yeah, he went to jail more than Suge Knight. Yeah, for being honorable, for being righteous. The difference between Martin Luther King and us today is that we scared to die because we cowards. We scared to die because we know we ain't shit. We scared to die because we know we live in foul. We scared to die because we know we hate our brother. We walk in the most worldly ways, and Martin Luther King, he walked in spirit and in truth. So for all you comedic motherfuckers who made all these memes about a man that died for you, I think that's very goddamn strange. It's very telling, but yeah, I want to address the black church because y'all real quiet. Y'all don't speak out much. You don't say much. Once them offering plates is done been passed around and the benediction has been given, you get back in your cars and you go back and you pour your Hennessy on your rocks, and you count your money. So just want to point out something, because Martin Luther King was a preacher, and I think that's very strange. And he was a non-violent man. But today, Martin Luther King would be considered the most hateful man that ever walked, and most black men would hate Martin Luther King today. Most black people would hate him, and they would not support him. So he was a preacher that fought, which is something I don't see today. Preachers don't fight. Preachers just talk. Preachers just talk. A preacher ain't finna sit one night in jail for black folks, or let alone Jesus. You ain't gonna do 12 hours in the county jail for Jesus. You motherfuckers do all this talking, but you ain't ready to sacrifice nothing. The church ain't willing to sacrifice nothing. We ain't willing to sacrifice nothing for the greater good. But the doctrine we say we live by, it speaks about nothing but sacrifice. It speaks about nothing but others and not ourselves. It teach about thinking about others. It teach about sacrificing your life for others that are oppressed. So, like I said, Martin Luther King wasn't scared to die, but we talk all this spiritual talk, but we catch a cold the wrong way, and boy, we get the nervous. You get to saying prayers over and over, and you get to trying to. Nah, we got to get right while we here, man. And I just think it's very goddamn disturbing that I look at the LGBT and they moving more organized than the church to me. Well, the LGBT is damn near in the church now, but the point I'm making is they very organized. And the LGBT, they do what the church supposed to do. They go out in the world and in the community, and they help others be LGBT, and they encourage them to be that way. Yeah, if a brother just don't fit in, nowadays you can be in middle school, you could just be a kid that don't have a father, and you can't play football, and you're not very athletic, and you can't fight, so people pick on you. They'll accept you, and just because you couldn't fight and you ain't good at sports and your daddy ain't at home, he'll choose to be gay these days, because it's more than just being gay. The LGBT is an organization that makes you feel accepted, so they prey on lonely people. So that's what the church supposed to do. Go out and find those lost souls that want to be saved. Y'all supposed to be going out and welcoming people into the church. Y'all supposed to be going and looking for those that are lost. Y'all don't look for shit. You motherfuckers pass by crackheads every day on the side of the road. You motherfuckers will pick up a little shih tzu on the side of the road before you give a brother $5. So just thought I'd point that out. Another thing, black women, y'all play like the church is the church. The church is for y'all. Today the church is just for black women that are hurt. The church is a place for all broken-hearted black women that have been dogged out by black men to come together, and y'all lean on each other through the hurt of black men. That's what church is. And it ain't but 4 brothers in each church. Yeah, you gotta you usually got that old ass deacon. Yeah, they'll still be shaking, and he do the offering, and he put and you usually got another brother in there, and then you got about 4 brothers in each church. The church is 90% women. So at this point, the church is led by women. The women are the leader of the black church today. Shout out to you. All I'm saying is we might as well not even call it the woman. Put woman in it, because it ain't for men no more. Matter of fact, women don't even want to hear a man unless he's a pimp. That's what I'm noticing. unless you a popular one of them dudes. And you gotta think, man, it is hard on a man preacher, because you preaching a number of women, half of them want you, half of them lonely, yeah, and all that touching and shit. Yeah, all that shit, you know, that's why I like, Malcolm X, when he talked, he never even got close to women like that. I don't even believe in men. All that putting hands on, the Lord ain't got to come inside me. Your hands ain't gonna, just let the Lord work. All this touchy feel shit, that's why there's so much shit going on in the church. Yeah, the church is for women. And it's no diss or nothing like, but the church ain't men in the church. Ask yourselves that. And why ain't we going looking for lost men? Know another thing y'all don't fight for? Y'all don't never speak against drugs. Never. Nope. The church, all we do is say, well, this world, they said it was good that day. We living in the last. Y'all always want to talk about the last day. You don't know what day we living in. Y'all just say something just to let things be. That's what the black church just let whatever be. And since we accept gays so much, accept the drug dealer, accept the rappers, accept us all sinners. We all sinners, and every sin is equal now. And ain't nobody going to hell. And yeah, I don't even hear, preachers used to scare us. Yeah, when I was a kid, the preacher used to scare the shit out of me. You gonna burn in hell. I don't even hear that no more. No more threats. Yeah, I guess everybody going to heaven now. Ain't no more sins. We free as shit. I don't know, man. But yeah, we don't fight against drugs. And you want to know the biggest reason why we don't? Because most black churches are funded by the government. Now, we don't pay for our own. The church used to be of the people. Yeah, that's why you don't see no more bake sales and shit. Yeah, ain't no more bake sales. We ain't trying to raise and build our own church. We look for the government to pay for it. And that's why we preach a certain message. Yeah, prosperity and let things be. And the devil is just the devil. Yeah, every time a brother go to jail, every time it's dope put on our streets, every time a brother is shot, yeah, it's just the devil, and it's just the way the world is. Now, that's just an excuse not to bring about change. So, But yeah, Martin Luther King was a man of God. He was a real preacher in my eyes. And like I said, it's a lot of churches, it's a lot of people out there that are righteous, that really stand for what God, the word of the Lord means. To y'all, shout out to y'all, but you got to understand, as a whole, we not doing that. We don't go out in the street. Ain't no more knocking on doors. Y'all don't even, we supposed to help bring people to God. And I got to be honest, I'm one of them that y'all ran off. Yeah, I'm one of the last brothers that y'all ran me off. Yeah, I got love for the church. I was raised in it. Just want to see us get back to the greatest thing the church ever taught was love. And we don't speak that no more. We only speak God as love. But we once were love. So until we get back to actually talking about love and showing that love, yeah, I get back in the church then. This is 903 Box, and I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.